the second from the left lane to stay on US 422 East.
All right, so I just dropped them off at their pop-up at LA Fitness. So I am about to go get some coffee, and it's a beautiful day outside. It's been raining all week, and today is absolutely beautiful. So I'm gonna find a spot to work outside for a little bit. And I want to tell you about this book. I told you about it a few episodes ago. It's called Never Enough. Once I get to my spot, I just want to share some, as I was reading it as I was coming up, and let me just give you a little bit of it now. So this is coming, the book is called Never Enough, from barista, let me watch where I'm going here, from barista to billionaire. And it's a story about Andrew Wilkinson. He's from Canada, and he tells a story of how, he became a billionaire, and he really gets into his thinking on how he was navigating the whole process. So it's really clear. It's him reflecting back on his life. But where I'm at, okay, let me find a parking spot. Where I'm at in the story is him being a billionaire and actually trying to navigate and adjust to this new wealth that he's created. And it's very sobering. And when I get to my spot, I'm going to read to you a few passages that really stuck out to me, that almost serve as a cautionary tale. It almost serves as a cautionary tale. But anyway, yeah, here goes a parking spot. Give me a sec. Just in case you're wondering, if you watch, this was maybe about a month ago, I got a duck donut. I will not be getting a duck donut again this time. I forgot what episode number it was, but I will not be getting that again. Okay, got my coffee, found my spot. Now I'm going to share some passages with you from that book, Never Enough. Okay, this is what the book looks like, just in case you were interested in getting it. It's called Never Enough, from Barista to Billionaire by Andrew Wilkinson. So with that said, let me get right to the book. So this was the spot. Now, let me give you some context. So he started his business by accident. He was a barista, and he was working at a coffee shop. He saw two guys with their laptops working, and he asked them what they did for work, and they told him they were web designers. He got really interested. He started a web design business, and long story short, that thing took off. He ended up starting buying companies. Next thing you know, he lands in this billionaire world. And here, the part that I'm at now, I'm towards the end of it. He basically was just trying to figure out, he was just trying to adjust to this new lifestyle. So what he was doing, he was asking his rich friends, what should he be buying? So he was buying everything from houses to cars to really upgrading his lifestyle, because one of the things he said that what wealthy people buy are super unique. Like, they don't buy the things that normal people buy. But this is the paragraph right here that really kind of was really sobering to hear him say this. He said, the weird thing is, just like purchasing of a new TV or sound system or video games when I was a budding entrepreneur and had quote unquote made it with a few $1,000s, these purchases, things that previously felt monumental, soon became meaningless. Buying a new car or even a new house without having to think about it made me feel empty and gross, like I'd bought an Olympic gold medal on eBay instead of working for it, even though I had it. And he just goes on and on about this, about him navigating and making these adjustments. And then eventually he pulls the rein back, pulls the spending back, because his officer at his family office basically was saying, hey, you're buying all these houses and you're not living in it. He was spending 90%, less than 90% living in houses that he bought that he never used. He eventually gets into this really reflective mode and basically said, hey, I've tasted all the luxuries that life have to offer, and it's all meaningless. And this is not the first time a wealthy person said this. If you know anything about the Bible, there was one of the richest men
on earth. His name was Solomon. I pretty much said the same thing. He wrote a whole book about it called Ecclesiastics. So this is nothing new, but to put it in a modern context, that's what makes it more relevant and relatable. But the cautionary tale is, if you're watching this, you're probably an ambitious person or an entrepreneur or something. You have all these dreams and visions for your life, and that's good. That's great. Keep that. But what I got out of that is it's helping me to, how can I say it? It's helping me to rethink what wealth is in this modern era. Is wealth what we, like when I was growing up, we used to watch MTV Cribs, and you used to be like, oh wow, they have that house, but it wasn't like you were impressed with them. It was more like, man, I want that house. You create this, and by doing that, like, we've been conditioned to create this never-ending pit of want. And what I got from that is, it's like, it really gave me a sober perspective as I'm pursuing what I'm pursuing, and puts it in perspective. It really puts it in perspective. Anyway, it really puts it in perspective on what is wealth really. Because one of the things that he was saying in the book, he got to the point and he realized, he goes, all of this stuff was really imagined up by executives on Madison Avenue who just wanted you to buy stuff, really creating this illusion of wealth. And he said it's all a lie. It's all a lie. So once he kind of, had that experience, he realized, like, the things that were meaningful to him was spending time with his family, pushing his son on the swing, spending time with his wife. Like, those are the things that were meaningful, and he wanted to optimize his life for those things. But he had to taste, when you come into that new money, you want to try out different things, and I get that. That's awesome to be able to do that. But it also serves as a cautionary tale, and for me, it's reconditioning. It's allowing me to recondition what wealth is and how I want to apply my wealth to the world around me. I'm still thinking about it, but I'm going to talk more and more about it as time goes on. But it just sparked that idea in me. It planted that seed of how to rethink what wealth is. She forgot her lunch in the car, so I had to go back and take it back to her.
If you go to her Instagram account, it shows her making them herself. She actually does speaking engagements too. She's a keynote speaker. She started with,
like I was saying before about that book, it's those little moments. At first I was a little frustrated that I had just got into doing something and I had to stop what I was doing, and it kind of felt like an interruption. But then I had to stop and think about it based off of what I just read. I said, okay, it's these little moments like this that you don't get back. So I readjusted my attitude, and I got her lunch to her. Okay, let's get back to this. So this is the thought that I had in terms of when I was talking about wealth. Currently right now, and this is just all, I'm spitballing with you, okay? I'm just spitballing with you. And you can definitely chime in the comments if any of this resonates. As you see here, wealth right now in the West specifically has more of an accumulation model where everybody starts off at the top here with everything, and then as you begin building your business or even working at a high earning job, you start to move here until very few people come to this end of this tunnel, end of the funnel. And this is what I saw Andrew Wilkerson from that book talking about. It's like you plop out here and you're like, oh crap, what is all this? And that's more of the funnel model. What I think, especially with AI and the convergence of AI, Bitcoin, or crypto, hardware, and spatial computing, wealth should have more of a circular model. Now, I don't have all the details of that yet, but it should look more like this. than like this. That's what I have so far. But would love to hear from you in the comments. Is this resonating? Is this making sense? Do you like the direction of this concept? Because it's developing as I'm living it out. All right, we are done with the pop-up, so we are at the mall heading to get something to eat, chill out for a little bit, and relax. Hey.
Is that mine?
The matcha where they have
That
that.
looks like chocolate.
All right, looks like they're ending the day with some ice cream. If you made it this far in the video, you already know what to do. With that said, I'm out. Peace.